Margaret's dawn. My legs gave way, but my heart held on. I'm Margaret, 72, and I once believed I'd always be the grandma pedaling Lucy's tricycle around the yard. The mom strolling arm in arm with Sarah down tree-lined streets until one winter morning, pale sunlight slipping through the curtains, I sat huddled on the sofa, hearing Lucy's pattering footsteps on the stairs while my chest tightened. I tried to stand, longing to rush down and scoop her up like always, but my legs wouldn't obey. My knees creaked like rusted hinges, my feet trembled as if they'd collapse, and I barely caught the table's edge, my breath heaving like I'd climbed a peak. Sarah walked in, a tea tray in hand, her eyes flickering with worry. "Mom, sit, I'll handle it." But I saw Lucy's gaze, those clear eyes that once sparkled when I raced her now dimmed, as if I'd become a stranger. I turned away, tears rolling down, not from the ache, but from the terror roaring inside. I was losing them, losing bike rides in the dusk, losing the warm grip of Sarah's hand as she poured out her day. I cried silently, remembering my mother. She'd waited by the window for me. But I was busy, I forgot, until only her empty chair remained, and regret crushed me. It didn't hit all at once. This weakness, it crept in, a thief in the night. I used to glide down the hall with fresh cookies for Lucy. Now every step was a war, knees throbbing. I clung to the wall, pausing halfway to catch my breath, my heart pounding like it might burst. Sarah murmured into the phone, "Mom's so slow now." And I overheard, pain slicing through me, who once led her through markets, now stuck watching from afar as Lucy danced in the yard beyond my reach. My legs shook sweeping the patio, sweat beading just to pick up her stray shoe. Tasks, once effortless, now loomed like mountains. After 40 years as a nurse, tending to 8,000 patients, I knew this wasn't just age 1 in 3 over 50 lose muscle, fall, steal freedom from 3 million a year. I was sliding into that abyss. Terrified Lucy would grow up forgetting the grandma who ran beside her. But don't turn away. My legs may falter, but my heart won't. I didn't surrender. I found 5 vegetarian foods that saved these legs, saved my days with them. If you felt yourself slowing, if you dread drifting from your kids or grandkids, stay with me. This story isn't just mine, it's yours too. Back then, my kitchen buzzed with life. I'd stand grinding flour for Lucy's cookies, the sweet vanilla scent filling the air, her giggles echoing as I pretended to chase her around the dining table. Now, just washing a few dishes makes my legs tremble, knees stabbing like needles. I grip the sink, sweat beading down my face despite the chill seeping through the window. Sarah steps in, a dishcloth in hand. "Mom, rest, I'll do it." Her voice soft but cutting like a blade. I catch her faint sigh, see the flicker of sadness in her eyes as she glances at my shaking hands clinging to the counter. I look down, tears welling but held back. I remember carrying Lucy on my shoulders, racing her across the yard, the way Sarah nestled close under the porch roof, spilling her day, and now I'm just a dim figure, fading in their home. This weakness didn't crash in, it stole in quietly, like rain seeping through cracks. I used to sweep the porch, humming along to Lucy's blaring tunes, but now the broom wavers in my hands, my legs buckling until I slump onto a chair mid-task, heart hammering like it might give out. I overhear Sarah on the phone. "Mom's not quick anymore." And it hurts because I was the one pedaling Lucy's tricycle down the lane, walking steady beside Sarah picking greens at the market. And now I sit behind the blinds, watching Lucy skip in the yard, drifting away like a dream I can't hold. I think of my mom. She'd sit on the stoop, tea in hand, waiting for me. But I rushed by, assuming she'd always be fine, until she fell quietly one day, and I never got to say I loved her. Science is blunt. 1 in 3 over 50 lose muscle. Fall, send 3 million to the ER each year. I'm part of that tally. And I'm scared, not of falling, but of the day Sarah recalls me as a distant tale. The day Lucy forgets how my arms once held her so tight. I cry, silent in the dark, because these frail legs aren't just taking my strength, they're stealing the moments I'm everything to them. Have you ever watched yourself slow, seen your loved ones slip away, and felt your heart twist? I have, and I won't let it end here. Because though my legs may falter, my love for them never will. 5 vegetarian foods that saved my legs. Leg strength isn't just about walking, it's about living, loving, staying close. That's what I clung to after realizing my weakening legs weren't just slowing me down. They were pulling me away from Lucy's tricycle rides, Sarah's market strolls, the life I'd built with them. Sitting there, watching Lucy skip beyond my reach, my knees aching from just sweeping the porch. I knew I couldn't let it end, not with Sarah's worried whispers echoing in my ears, not with my mother's empty chair still haunting me. I'd spent 40 years as a nurse, seeing patients fade when they gave up. But I wouldn't. These legs had to fight back, not for pride, but for them. And they did, with 5 vegetarian foods that weren't just meals, they were my lifeline, my bridge back to the ones I love. If your legs tremble too, if you felt that quiet drift from your family, come with me. This is how I turn pain into power, one bite at a time. 1. Spinach. First came spinach, a green I'd overlooked, piling up in the fridge while my legs faltered. One morning, too tired to even crack an egg, I tossed a handful into a pan with a splash of oil, nothing fancy, just instinct. That first bite hit different. My hands steadied peeling carrots that day. No more shaking like they'd forgotten how to grip. The iron pumped energy into my calves. The magnesium eased that nagging twitch I'd wake to at night. And the calcium held my bones like a promise. I shuffled to the mailbox without wincing, a small win that made Lucy clap. Grandma's fast again. Ever feel your legs give out mid-step? Your kids glancing back with worry? I did, and spinach pulled me up, 1 leaf at a time. 2. Lentils. Lentils followed. I'd pass them in the store, too weary to cook. But one rainy afternoon, I simmered a pot with carrots and a pinch of cumin, the steam warming my face. I'd skipped meals, too drained to care. But that bowl changed me. My thighs felt firmer when I stood to grab Lucy's crayons off the shelf. No buckling. The protein patched my wasting muscles. The potassium kept my step steady. Sarah caught me crossing the kitchen without pausing, her jaw dropping. Mom, you're moving. Ever see your parents fade, too tired to eat, and wish you'd cooked for them? I saw it, and lentils brought me back, spoon by spoon. 3. Almonds and little nuts. Then almonds, those little nuts I'd ignored, gathering dust in a jar. One evening, Lucy begged for a snack, so I grabbed a handful, crunching beside her. My wrists, once too weak to twist jar lids, felt alive. Next day, I lifted her dollhouse without a grunt, her giggle ringing in my ears. The healthy fats soothed my creaky knees. The vitamin E fueled me through a walk to the corner. Grandma's strong. She squealed. Ever notice your hands shake lifting a cup? Your grandkids stepping back? I noticed, and almonds steadied me, bite by bite. 4. Bananas. Bananas came next. I'd left them browning on the counter, too slow to care, until one dawn, desperate for a spark, I mashed one into my oatmeal. That day, I didn't shuffle to the sink. I strode, no cramps clawing my calves. The potassium chased away that ache I'd limped through. The natural sugars lit me up. Lucy tugged my hand for a lap around the yard, and I kept up, Sarah's eyes wide. Mom, you're outpacing me. Ever feel your legs lock mid-walk? Your family waiting ahead? I felt it, and bananas set me free, peel by peel. 5. Chia seeds. Chia seeds sealed at tiny specks I'd scoffed at, until one night, restless and aching, I stirred them into a glass of water, watching them swell. Next morning, my hips didn't groan. Climbing out of bed, the omega-3s dulled that joint sting. The protein fueled my stride. I danced, with Lucy to her silly song, spinning her till we collapsed laughing, my tears mixing with hers. Grandma's back. Ever forget how it feels to move without pain? Your kids missing the old you? I forgot, and chia seeds woke me, seed by seed. These weren't just foods, they were my fight. My refusal to let these legs steal my family. I'd been a ghost shuffling to the sink, dropping spoons, trailing behind, waking cramped. Too weak to care, but every bite rebuilt me. Hot news buzzes. TikTok's hashtag StrongLegs Challenge 20M Senior swear. These foods work, and I swear it too, because I didn't just eat, I lived again. That afternoon in the yard, Lucy ran to me. "Grandma, race me." I did, legs pumping, Sarah cheering. "Mom, you're unstoppable." And I fell into their arms, sobbing, because this wasn't just a race. It was every fear I'd swallowed, every night I'd prayed to stay, every moment I'd nearly lost. Ever hold your grandkid and feel time slipping, desperate for one more day? I held her, and I won't let go. This is my truth. These 5 foods didn't just save my legs. They saved me for them. Spinach steadied my steps. Lentils lifted my strength. Almonds eased my joints. Bananas sparked my speed. Chia seeds gave me wings. I'm no nurse statistic anymore. I'm their Margaret, alive and running. Ever see your mom limp, your dad wince, and wonder who's next? I saw and I fought, because these legs, these foods, are my vow to never fade from their world. Will you fight too? Warnings. Lessons I learned the hard way. I'd fought my way back, spinach steadying my steps, lentils lifting my strength, almonds easing my joints, bananas sparking my speed, chia seeds giving me wings, but it wasn't all smooth. These foods saved me, yes, but they came with traps I stumbled into. Mistakes I made chasing health for Lucy and Sarah. We all trip up on this road, reaching for fixes without knowing the risks, thinking more is better, or ignoring our body's whispers. I did, and I nearly paid a price. Here's what I learned, raw and real, so you can avoid the stumbles I took, because keeping these legs strong for my family means staying smart, not just stubborn. Spinach seemed harmless. I piled it high on my plate. Thrilled my calves didn't cramp anymore, until a sharp twinge in my side stopped me cold. A nurse friend warned, "Oxalates in those greens can pile up into kidney stones. If you overdo it." I'd ignored my limits, desperate for strength. Now, I mix it with a splash of yogurt. Calcium binds the oxalates, keeps my kidneys safe, and I still walk steady. Ever load up on something good, till it bites back? I did. Watch your portions, or those leaves can turn on you. Lentils felt like magic, warming my soups, firming my stride, but one night, my stomach bloated like a drum, twisting till I couldn't sleep. I'd rush them down, skipping a soak. Those sneaky anti-nutrients, phytic acid and lectins, blocked my gut, stole some goodness. Now, I rinse them, let them sit in water, till morning my belly's calm, my legs still lift. Ever eat fast and regret it? I have soaked those beans, or they'll fight you back. Almonds were my crutch. I munched handfuls, loving how my knees eased, until my jeans tightened. They're packed with calories, too many, and the scale creeps up, straining those joints I'd fought to free. I cap it at a small palmful now, savoring each crunch. Still strong, no extra load. Ever snack till you're heavier, not healthier? I did count those nuts, or they'll weigh you down. Bananas sparked me alive. I downed 2, 3 a day, chasing energy, till my heart fluttered oddly one night. Too much potassium can tax weak kidneys. Mine groaned under the load. I stick to one now, pairing it with a sprinkle of oats. Steady legs, steady pulse. Ever overreach for a boost and falter? I overreached. Pace yourself, or the rush can stall. Chia seeds swelled my hope. I stirred them dry into tea once, nearly choked as they clumped in my throat. They expand fast, and their omega-3s thin blood risky with my old pills. I soak them first now. Check with my doc. Safe steps, no scares. Ever swallow a fix without thinking? I swallowed. Listen to your body, or it'll shout. We all stumble. I did, but I won by learning. These foods are gold, but balance is the key. Heed your limits. Ask a pro if you're unsure. Ever trip chasing health, fearing you've lost the race? I tripped, and I'm telling you. Tune in, a just triumph. How long do you have left? The sun sinks, bathing the yard in amber, And I'm not trapped on that sofa anymore, I'm here, my legs humming with life. Lucy's tricycle rattles as I pedal beside her, her squeals piercing the dusk, and Sarah leans on the fence, tears shining. Mom, I thought you were gone. I drop to my knees, pulling them close, Lucy's fingers digging into my sweater, Sarah's breath warm on my neck, and I shatter, tears pouring, a sob ripping free, because I'm not just alive, I'm theirs again. Spinach steadied my wobbles, lentils rebuilt my strength, almonds soothed my joints, bananas sparked my stride. Chia seeds gave me flight. I clawed through every falter, every pang, every dark hour, and now their arms are my world, a love I nearly lost. I cry, raw and loud, seeing my mother's shadow, her trembling hands outstretched, me too busy to grab them. Gone before I could beg her stay. That guilt sears. I'd give anything for one more shuffle beside her, one more laugh over tea. But she's a ghost now, a regret I carry. I won't let Lucy and Sarah be. That I'll pedal every ride, stir every pot, stand every twilight with them, because these legs, these foods, handed me back the days I'd almost surrendered. My heart bursts as Lucy shrieks, "Grandma's the best," and Sarah chokes, "You're my everything." Ever lose someone and yearn for one last touch, one last whisper? I yearn and I'll fight, till my last breath to keep them close. This isn't just my story, it's ours, and I need you in it. Like this video, hit subscribe. Share it wide. Every tap could lift a grandma from her chair, bring a mom back to her kids, save a family from fading. Share this with your daughters, your sons, your parents. Let's spread this hope, this fight, because every view is a heartbeat kept near. These 5 signs: legs quaking under you, hands fumbling your grip, steps trailing behind, nights wide awake, hunger slipping away, scream louder than any clock. They screamed at me, and I answered with every spinach leaf, every lentil spoonful, every almond crunch, every banana bite, every chia swell. Answered with tears, with grit, with love. I teetered their Lucy's tricycle gathering dust, Sarah's voice growing faint. Terrified, I dissolve into a memory they'd mourn. Ever see your mom's hands shake over a bowl, your dad's feet stall mid-path, and feel time choke you, knowing they're slipping? I saw, and it broke me, till I rose, till I held them weeping in that yard, swearing never again. You see it too, your kids pulling away, your parents dimming, don't you? I'm begging, voice breaking, don't wait, till they're just stories, till you're the one they ache for. Start now, eat these foods, wake your legs, clutch your family tight, because these moments, their fingers laced in yours, their calls pulling you home, are all we have. I almost lost mine, tears falling as I plead. Fight for yours, cry for yours, live for yours. Hit that share button, join this channel, save your own. From these signs, your wobble, your grip, your breath, how long do you think you have left? Will you start today?